Hello everybody, happy Google Plus Friday. Today we're talking about something I know is confusing to all new Google Plus users and even some of us who've been on the network for quite some time. And that's, who do we actually share our posts with? There's public circles, extended circles, communities, individuals. Who are we actually putting in that box to share our posts with? And thankfully we have an expert. Martin Shervington is here with us today, and he is going to be the very first guest on Google Plus Friday and let us know exactly who we should be sharing our posts with. Coming on, I heard you give a very quick breakdown of the types of sharing that people should do, whether they should use public or circles, extended circles, and the certain instances where that made the most sense in Chef Dennis's G Plus blogging conference. And I was hoping that you could just kind of give us a quick rundown of that to help everyone better understand who and when they should be including certain groups when sharing their articles or thoughts on Google Plus.
Okay, so when we look at sharing a post, we have several options. If we look at almost how small a group of people do we want to send the content to, and the first one would be just to an individual. Now that could be an email address, or it could be to an individual that has a Google Plus profile, so not an email. And that's almost like a little group, it's just one person. Or we might have two or three people, 2 or 3 email addresses, 2 or 3 people that we've plus mentioned in the post, or just put the names in. From there, we might decide to send to a circle of people that particular content. And that could be a circle that you've built, or a circle that you've added in from somebody else that they've built, and you send that content to them. Now, going a little further, it could be that you choose the settings for all of your circles, and that's the Your Circle settings. And if you want to go further again, it goes to extended circles, which is not only your circles, but it's also people who those people have in their circles. And then the next one reaches right out to public, and public means that anybody can see it. So what we're doing is actually on all of this, it's all about who can see the content. We're not looking at notifications, we're simply looking at if somebody either receives it. What we're not looking at is notifications. What we are looking at in this particular instance is who has the ability to see the content. So that's really the first thing to consider. Do you want me to go on about notifications just a little bit, Ryan?
That would be fantastic.
Okay, so the first thing, if you send an email to somebody, then they receive it wherever they receive their email using a Google Plus post. If you have a plus mention, that sends a notification to that person. If you send out to a circle of people and you click the checkbox that says send a notification by email, then they will receive a notification by email. If you don't check it, then they don't receive that notification. If you send it to extended circles, or if you send it to public, they don't receive notifications. So the idea is that the smaller groups are more likely to have the ability to receive the notifications.
So just one last kind of follow-up question for you that just kind of came top of mind in what you're saying. When is it more appropriate to click that notify by email button versus not? Because I know that I get email notifications from people that I don't necessarily want them, nor did I give them permission to. So what are your thoughts on that?
So whether you notify somebody is really down to you and that individual and how they respond. So one of the tips that I use, and one of the tips that I think is a good one to use when it comes to looking at permission, is to ask for that permission, to build up small groups, small circles of people that you say, hey, I notice you're into Star Wars. Would you like to receive a post, and then give it a timescale, maybe once a week, that is on the particular topic of Star Wars, or it could be on knitting, or it could be on sci-fi, it could be on technology, whatever it is, and build, and I say between 50 and 100 people on average, that as a group size. Then you have the option, pretty much definitely, to notify those people by email, and because they've given you permission, they're much more likely, firstly, to respond positively because they don't feel that you're taking up their attention and robbing them of that period of time. Because we've all had that experience where you think, I didn't ask for this notification.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is that you get a positive response. But the next step after that is that frequently people will engage, more likely to engage on that particular niche topic because they feel that you've targeted that to them and it's something that they like. So you probably find there's more plus ones, comments, and shares. And the other bit, just to add, is that when you send out to public, you can also send out to a niche circle on a particular subject and check the box then. So you don't have to do it as 2 posts. You can all do it in one contained post. Public, the niche circle, check the box, and they'll receive a notification.
And that, my friends, is the answer to who you share your post with on Google+. I hope it helped. If you found value in this information, if you think that it could help someone else, please click the like button below. That's how we get our message out. That's how we expose more people to Google Plus Friday. And if we're not connected on Google Plus yet, I hope we use this button right here. Click it, connect with me on Google Plus. We can chat more about the platform or just content marketing in general. My name is Ryan Hanley. This has been Google Plus Friday. Everyone have a great week.